Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a very special and interesting Washington Athletic Club Scholz and Sorensen Awards event. I'm Alex Goff, editor of Goff Rugby Report, and normally when we celebrate the winners of the Scholz Award and the Sorensen Award for the best collegiate rugby players in the United States, this would be at a big dinner at the Washington Athletic Club in Seattle. Well, we know that everything's changed this year, and with the COVID-19 shutdown, people are unable to travel with difficulties around the country, and we hope everyone is safe and well, and we hope that things will be peaceful and positive as we go forward. We are going to be celebrating the top two rugby players in the United States in college rugby, and we're delighted to have Alexandria Cedric from Life University in virtual presence with us, and of course Peyton Talia Ilalio with his beautiful family here with us as well from St. Mary's. And we will be hearing from them in a little bit, and we'll be hearing from a couple of other people as well. So first of all, I would like to thank the Washington Athletic Club, and especially Wayne Milner at the WAC, who is the driving force behind the Scholz Award and the Sorensen Award. He has put so much effort and enthusiasm behind something that was long overdue to really have a sustainable award. Now, we started this in 2016, the season, 2015-2016 season. Wayne contacted me, and we had a long discussion about collegiate rugby and how we would go about celebrating the best players in the country, and the WAC was fully behind a number of things. Number one, that they wanted a men's award and a women's award. Number two, that they wanted to celebrate those awards behind, name them after somebody meaningful. Number three, they wanted USA Rugby behind it, and to get that kind of support. And number four, that the public, especially the playing members of collegiate rugby, would be involved in the decision. And that goes back to the tradition that the WAC has with other awards and other sports. It was a great thing, and I was proud to be a part of it. So going through that, I want to thank USA Rugby, especially Rich Cortez, who, along with Tam Breckenridge, were involved early on in the concept of the Scholz Award and the Sorensen Award, and jumped on board immediately. Were so supportive and said, yes, you have our blessing, and we would like to help you in any way we could. And in fact, the Rudy Schultz Award is called that because Rich Cortez suggested it, and we looked into it, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. I'd also like to thank Marianne Sorensen, who graciously had agreed to associate her name with the Women's Award, and she has been a highlight of every awards dinner. And she's come and said she's not good at public speaking, and then somehow brings the house down with a unique speech, and we will be hearing from MA a little bit later as well. So we went into this immediately. We leapt onto it, and we were so excited to get some worthy winners. On the Sorensen Award, we had Hope Rogers, who went on to play 7s and 15s internationally for the USA. Ilona Marr, who's emerged as a star for the 7s team, the USA team. Mackenzie Hawkins, who once again has been capped by the USA and been a standout at Lindenwood. And then last year, Emily Henrich, who went on to represent the United States in 15s and is now in camp with the 7s team. On the Scholz Award side, well, Dylan Osley went on to be capped very soon after winning the 2016 award. Bryce Campbell was actually already an Eagle, but became a really established Eagle right after he won the award in 2017. 2018, our only uncapped player, but that would be Connor McInerney, who went on to go through training to be a Navy SEAL, and is in the United States Navy, and obviously we're very proud of that. And then last year, Harley Wheeler, who appeared for the USA in 7s at the Pan Am Games, and is going into the residency camp, as we understand it, for the USA 17. National team representation all the way through, and you kind of get the feeling that that's going to happen with these two winners as well. My role in presenting this mostly has been overseeing the voting, and very briefly I'll just talk about that. And really what happens there is we put together a selection panel, and then what happens is we look for the selection panel and the public to give us nominees, and we will break those down to about 10 to 15 nominees. This year actually we expanded it closer to 20 because the season was cut short, and we felt that we wanted to expand the number of nominees as a result. And then the fans vote, and teams vote, coaches vote in two separate votes to whittle that group of nominees down to the finalists. And they did that, a huge response on all of those, and congratulations to the finalists. And then we come back to the panel, and the panel chooses the award winner. So this year's award winner for the Ma Sorensen Award is Alexandria Cedric from Life University. Not only is she a standout at Life University, she's also a standout student. As a biopsychology major, her goal is to play sevens for the United States and go into the residency. If she's not able to do that, or somehow that doesn't work out, her plan B is looking pretty good too, because Spiff said that she will be hoping to work with trauma patients and help people who have gone through trauma and abuse and put their lives back together. So a fantastic goal there. Also, good news, congratulations to Spiff that she's actually engaged to be married. Another rugby player, Keegan Barnes, is the lucky man, and we wish them the best. No date set yet, so I haven't seen the invitation in my mailbox yet. Spiff Cedric started playing for Harriman High School in Harriman, Utah. She played for the Vipers in the Utah Lions Academy. She was a girls' high school All-American in 15s and 7s, and was on the honor roll for 4 years. In high school, then she joined Life University in 2017. She's graduating, as I said, this spring. We'll see her in a USA jersey, I'm quite sure, very soon, but we've seen her with the red, white, and blue on the front of her shirt several times. Spiff Cedric, a really impressive representative of the Ma Sorensen Award. And Spiff, it's time to hear from you.
I've been at Life for 3.5 years, but I was only able to play for 2 seasons. I was honored to get the Student Athlete of the Year Award in 2017 and a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2020. I was Student Employee Athlete of the... Wait, let me start over. Okay, let me start over.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was the Student Employee No, what is it called? Employee. I was a Student Employee of the Year in...
Worker of the Year. What's Student Worker? Student Employee sounds better.
Okay. I was a Student Employee of the Year in 2019, and I'm also on the President's list for my GPA of 3.875. I want to give a special thanks to Ma Sorensen for laying the groundwork for women in college rugby, and I also want to thank the Washington Athletic Club for hosting the award.
Well, that's not all we're going to hear about the Ma Sorensen Award, and we will hear a little bit, first of all, from Life University head coach Rosalind Chow, who's coached Spiff these last few years. And we want to thank Life University for their support of this award. And also, in fact, this is the second WAC award for Life, as last year Harney Wheeler won the Schultz Award. So, Coach Chow.
I want to thank Ma Sorensen and the Washington Athletic Club for choosing Spiff Cedric from Life University as the 2020 winner. I can't say enough about Spiff, her hard work, her dedication, the type of person she is on and off the field. She's just a leader. She leads from the front. I mean, her grades in the classroom, the type of teammate and leader she is, and on top of that, her incredible rugby ability. So thank you so much to the Washington Athletic Club and to Ma Sorensen. I'm hoping that she can fulfill your legacy. And thank you to everyone, and congratulations to Spiff Cedric.
So the Ma Sorensen Award is named after Ma Sorensen, who was a starting prop forward for the United States when they won the Women's World Cup in 1991. She was a trailblazer even before then at the College of William and Mary, helping drive that collegiate rugby program, and she was a standout there. She went on to be a huge stalwart for the Philadelphia Rugby Club, and also a coach, and continued to represent the United States with honor and in a distinguished way. In her professional life, she is a doctor and a highly respected anesthesiologist. She is everything you want as an example of a rugby player, accomplished in a professional life, fun to be around, a bruising player who will knock you down and then smile, pick you up, and have a drink and a meal with you afterward. She has been. We chose this award to be named after Ma Sorensen, and every year she proves that it was the right choice. And we would like to hear from Ma. She, believe it or not, she's going to be talking to us from work. So, Marianne, take it away.
Hi there. I just wanted to say congratulations to Alexandria Cedric and to Peyton Talea Ilaleo, I hope I said your name correctly, on winning the Women's and Men's Collegiate Rugby Player of the Year awards, respectively. My only regret is that we can't meet in person to present the awards. I'm hoping sincerely that both of you are able to go next year. It's really an event that is not to be missed. I try to mark it on my calendar every year so I'm able to get the time off around that event. The Washington Athletic Club itself is really fantastic, and our host Wayne Milner is beyond gracious. And the support and enthusiasm that you will feel coming from the Seattle Saracens Rugby Club and the Seattle Seawolves is really unbelievable. Also, I kind of love the MC as well, Mike Gastineau. He is really, and he just puts everyone in the audience at ease, and he just makes the whole event a lot of fun. So much has changed in the last year. It would be an understatement to say that things are different. One of my colleagues at work said to me just the other day that so far 2020 is like getting to the corner to cross the street, looking both ways, and then being hit by an airplane. Who would have guessed that this time last year, when people were so upset about the invasion of the spotted lanternfly and worried and concerned about what it would do to the fruit trees and to the crop of local wine grapes, that there would be much worse things ahead for us. Anyway, I did make one of my achievements this year, my personal goals. I was able to go on a medical mission. I have been wanting to do this my whole medical career, and most of my vacation previously I had used for rugby trips and rugby tours and training and stuff. So I was able in October to go to Chulucanos, Peru, and in the 14 days that we were there, we performed over 300 surgeries, I have to say. I can't even remember the number, but it was so heartwarming and such a great experience. I'm hoping I can do it again this year, but the coronavirus may have different plans for us. I will say that for many years, I basically only had 3 fears in life. They were clowns, ticks, and poison ivy. They weren't always in that order, but it seemed to be whichever one was in the closest proximity. I will tell you, though, I've made it a point at work of never getting into the elevator with one of the hospital clowns. So as I've gotten older, my list of fears has gotten a little bit longer, and I think right now, coronavirus or COVID-19 is right at the top of that list. I'm hoping that will change soon. I was just speaking the other day to an author, a man named Martin, who works for World Rugby, and he's based in London, and he's writing a book about the Women's Rugby 91 World Cup. And I had read somewhere that World Rugby was talking about getting rugby back playing, getting the sport going again, and they were one of the changes they were going to make would be that there would be no scrums. And both Martin and I both agreed, like, what's the point of that? That seems rather crazy. So I'm hoping that we don't have to come to that. Anyway, I do want to say to Alexandria, or Spiff, if I can call you Spiff, that on a personal note, I am so happy that you decided to stick with rugby after your initial encounter at your first practice. I think you had said that you were running kind of high and someone pretty much cleaned your clock, so to speak. I think the ordinary person who had that as their first encounter probably would not have come back again. But to me, that says that you are something special and extraordinary. And I think Richie Walker noticed that too when he saw you playing at that sevens tournament with the high school team and asked you about college. And again, I'm glad he did that, because I think having you go to Life College and watching you perform there and seeing the videos that I saw, you're really going to be a rising star. I know you told Alex that you feel like you're not a very good inspirational or motivational speaker. And to that I have to say, I think there are some people that don't need to speak or use words to inspire or motivate others. And to me, you look like one of those sort of people. I think you inspire people by the way you play. I was inspired and motivated watching the videos of you playing. And so great to see someone excelling in both sevens and 15s. And watching you run with the ball, I know that you're in command of what's going to happen every second, every step that you take. Your defense also is nothing to be ignored. You're running people down and tackling them and just then getting up and getting the ball again yourself. I hope that you are able to continue playing whichever path you take. I know with the financial insecurity that things might not work out at Chula Vista, but I'm hoping that you will continue your endeavors, I think, and play with the national team and hopefully either go, I don't know when the next Summer Olympics will be. I know it was probably canceled for this year for sevens, but I know the Women's World Cup is set to be in 2021 in New Zealand. I would love to be able to see you play there. I think there's some of the old folks that are hoping to make a trip to New Zealand to watch that event. And also, on the other hand, I wanted to say if you go to the nonprofit organization and work with the victims of abuse and trauma, that you will bring a lot of joy to them and help them in their struggles as well. So the other thing I wanted to say was I think I heard from Alex that you had just gotten engaged, and I wanted to say congratulations on that as well. I hope you and your partner are able to have the ceremony that you want and that you're able to have your friends and family come and celebrate with you and not be restricted by numbers. So let's pray and hope that our country heals, that we find a cure for this coronavirus, and everybody stay safe and healthy until then. And just I want to show you a little thing that a company sent me that for me to use at work so that I can stay safe. Although our administrators say I'm not allowed to use it because it looks like I'm trying to protect myself, to which I say, no shit, Sherlock, yes, I am. But here it goes. I hope we don't have to wear this when we go to Seattle next year. Oh, I don't even know if you can hear me. Anyway, I hope everyone stays safe. I hope our country can heal. And I hope to see everybody in 2021 at the Washington Athletic Club. God bless. See you guys. Take care. Bye.
All right, so I told you, didn't I? Didn't I tell you that she's going to do something special and unique? So that was Ma Sorensen and the Ma Sorensen Award, and we're proud to recognize Spiff Cedric. Congratulations, Spiff. Now, the Rudy Schultz Award is named after Rudy Schultz, who represented the United States at the Olympics in 1920 and 1924. He was a scrum half for that team when they won the gold medal each time. He had already been an accomplished rugby player at Santa Clara University, and then went on to serve in World War I, where he was decorated. And then after, you'd serve in the war, you win 2 Olympic gold medals. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to serve in the next World War, and he did that with distinguished honor as well. Also decorated, and then went on to a hugely successful legal career. Meanwhile, Rudy Schultz continued to play rugby, and in fact was 83 years old when he played his last rugby game. So that is an example that we all want to follow. They're a wonderful example of someone who is successful in rugby life and private life with his fantastic family, and professional life as well. His youngest son, David, has been at our awards dinners for many years. He's brought his children and his extended family. It's been an honor to meet the Schultz family, and we wish them the best, and we thank them for their support of this award. And this year, the winner of the Rudy Schultz Award is perhaps someone after Rudy Schultz's own heart. Not a scrum half, but not a very tall man, just somebody who does not back down and has a wide variety of skills. Peyton Talia Elalio, prop forward for St. Mary's, a player who can achieve things in the scrum and in tight, but also play in the open field. He started playing for the San Francisco Golden Gate under-14s in the Bay Area under coach Rory Murphy and Mark Dillon, his hometown being San Francisco. He went on to play for Riordan High School under coaches Tony Wells and Wiley Elalio. You'll recognize that name. And then enrolled in St. Mary's. He was one of the top freshmen going in and continued to get better and better, and really was considered a game changer as he led St. Mary's to a season that had so much potential. They still logged major victories over the likes of BYU and Navy and Grand Canyon University. He was the co-rookie of the year his freshman year for St. Mary's, and he was the MVP of the year his senior year. He also suited up for the USA Under-20s and for the Collegiate All-Americans, and played against Canada for the Collegiate All-Americans in 2017, 2018, and 2019. 2019 was a game in which every single try for the Collegiate All-Americans was scored by a St. Mary's player, which was very interesting. So we are delighted to have Peyton and his mother and father here, and we are very honored to welcome you here and to present you with the 2019-2020 Rudy Schultz Award.
First and foremost, I want to thank our Heavenly Father for the opportunity to be blessed with this award. I want to thank my family, friends, and brothers for all the love and support throughout my life. Thank you to my coaches that introduced me to the game, Rory Murphy and Mark Dillon, and welcoming me to the SFGG family with open arms. Shout out to my SMC coaches, Tim O'Brien, Johnny Everett, Mark Bass, Andrew Cook, and Brendan O'Meara. But a special thank you to Coach Johnny, Coach Bass, and Coach Cook for always believing in me and pushing me to be the best version of myself day in and day out. Thank you to Alex Goff for nominating me into this pool amongst other great athletes. For this special award, I would never have thought I would be in this position today, but without God and all the people in my life, I could not have accomplished this by myself. So thank you, and God bless. Peace!
We have a little bit of a surprise also there. It says a little bit of a congratulations note from somebody who knows a little bit about winning the Schultz Award for St. Mary's.
Hi, Dylan Audsley here. Congratulations, Peyton. Great to see another Gale winning the Scholz Award. Can't wait to see where you go in the rugby world.
That's right, that was Dylan Audsley, now with the San Diego Legion, capped Eagle, and the first Schultz Award winner. Very happy to see another St. Mary's player win it. And we want to thank you also to St. Mary's College of California for their support and their support of Peyton Talia Elalio. And here's a little bit note from St. Mary's. All right, everybody, that'll do it for this show. We are very honored to be part of it. I'm just supremely honored to be a part of this award, and I will hope to be part of this award for a long time coming. Thank you very much for the Washington Athletic Club. Thank you very much, Wayne. Thank you for our selection panels. It's hard work and it's difficult, and I appreciate all the members of our selection panels, and I hope you join me in best wishes and congratulations to Spiff Cedric and Peyton Talia Elalio, your Sorensen Award winner and your Schultz Award winner for the 2019-2020 season. We will see you for the award next year, and maybe we'll all do it in person. I'm Alex Goff, and thank you.